heavy silver oil, growing from a difficult and ordinary soil. I was building up the colors with a clinical and dry line, inside the territory where the minutes were only mine. But your presence is a graphite, effortless and soft gray, changing every story that the lonely shadows say. It's a simple illustration, a soul deep and a clear star that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. Tracing every contour on this graphite sketch note, reading every syllable that your private spirit wrote. A tactile celebration, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. It's not a grand masterpiece or a heavy social must, but the beautiful architecture of the honest and the trust. I'm redefined by the pressure of your steady, quiet grace, finding my identity in your honest, private face. I see the way the lead is leaving a silver-tinted track, moving toward a center where there is no looking back. Every smudge is a treasure, a effortless design, telling me that everything is finally purely mine. They say that perfection is a primary thing, but I love the authenticity that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady man, the only destination that I no longer defend. Tracing every contour on this graphite sketch note, reading every syllable that your private spirit wrote. A tactile celebration, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I let the silver dust linger on the center of my thumb, watching how the liquid parts of our spirit become.
I used to be a statue, afraid of the sudden tilt, building up our armor of the caution and the guilt. I thought that staying still was the only way to survive inside the territory where the separate spirits thrive. But you're a moving current, a effortless and soft wave, bringing the momentum that my weary spirits crave. I'm letting go of the railings and the heavy iron wall, finding a stability in the middle of it all. Oh, I'm safe in motion in the see the way the scenery is blurring into one, walking in the energy of our private steady sun. Every vibration is a nectar, effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that stability is a primary thing, but I love the weightlessness that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady flow, the only destination that I ever wanna know. I'm safe in motion, in the fiber and the heat, making every fraction of our history feel sweet. It's not a frantic running or a heavy urban chase, but the riffing invitation of your private steady grace. I'll let the momentum carry us wherever it may lead, with nothing but the pulse of you as everything I need.
The world likes to decorate the hollow and the thin with a complicated logic and a temporary skin. I used to be a scholar of the separate urban noise, losing every fraction of my quiet private poise. But you offered up a version that is honest and so plain, washing out the static of the separate urban pain. It's a beautiful reduction, a soul deep and a clear start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. Oh, it's simply so deep, the spirit and the tone, inside a territory that is purely our own. A profound transparency, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consults. I'm anchored in the logic of your private steady grace, finding my identity in your honest quiet face. No more waiting in the shallows of the separate urban glare, when I'm breathing in the center of the magic that we share. I see the way the shadows are merging in the room, being the only flower in the winter, heavy gloom. Every whisper is a nectar, a effortless design, telling me the universe is finally purely mine. say that complexity is a primary thing, but I love the sincerity that you like to bring. A permanent wavelength, a soft and steady mend, the only destination that I no longer defend. Oh, it's simply so deep, the spirit and the tone, inside a territory that is purely our own. A profound transparency, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consults. I'll let the silence deepen until the world is only you, where the most basic version is the only one that's true.
I was a winter mountain, a clinical and high peak, searching for a language that I didn't want to speak. I kept the edges frozen, a heavy iron defense against the ordinary world and the social suspense. But you brought the humidity, a effortless and soft spring, finding every secret that the quiet spirits bring. The ice is finally turning into a liquid and a clear, washing out the texture of the separate urban fear. Oh, it's a melting frost peak, the silver and the light, turning every shadow into something vivid and so right. A thermal transformation, a rhythmic and a soft glow, watching how the natural quiet rivers flow. I'm opening the boundaries to the honest and the true, finding the only energy inside of being with you. No more frozen territory or the hollow urban pride, when I'm ready for the gravity of the deepening tide. I see the way the colors are starting to belong, matching the vibration of our quiet, steady song. Every droplet is a treasure, a effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that stability is a primary thing, but I love the fluidity that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady thaw, the most perfect surrender that I ever purely saw. Oh, it's a melting frost peak, the silver and the light, turning every shadow into something vivid and so right. A thermal transformation, a rhythmic and a soft glow, watching how the natural quiet rivers flow. I'll let the water travel until it meets the very core, held within the safety of our steady wooden floor.
theater of the sudden and the sharp, matching every rhythm of the heavy urban heart. I used to be a shadow in the corner of the room, waiting for a reason to dissolve the winter gloom. But you introduced a shimmer, effortless and soft flame, changing every story that I used to purely name. It's a steady illumination, a rhythmic and a soft home, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. Oh, it's a flickering amber glow, the marrow and the soul, relinquishing the need for the separate iron control. A visual sanctuary, a soul deep and a clear start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. I'm anchored in the logic of your private, steady grace, finding my identity in your honest, quiet face. No more searching for the replicas or the suburban glare, when I'm breathing in the center of the magic that we share. I see the way the particles are dancing in the light, turning every shadow into something vivid and so right. Every second is a nectar, a effortless design, telling me that everything is finally purely mine. They say that brilliance is a primary thing, but I love the intimacy that you like to bring. A permanent wavelength, a soft and steady ring, the only story that I ever want to sing. Oh, it's a flickering amber glow, the marrow and the soul, relinquishing the need for the separate iron control. A visual sanctuary, a soul deep and a clear start that opens up the windows of my heart. I'll let the bronze dissolve into the indigo and blue, while I stay right here in the center of the truth.
Posture was purely and only mine, keeping my defenses in a clinical and dry line, inside a territory where the minutes never shine. But the gravity is shifting with the effortless and soft weight, turning every logic into something we can celebrate. I'm tilting toward the center of your honest private skin, watching where the actual private days begin. This bare shoulder lean is the only law I know, watching how the natural quieted embers grow. is untold devotion, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. It's not a sudden collapse or a heavy iron fall, but the natural momentum of our private steady call. I'm anchored in the logic of your steady, quiet grace, finding my direction in your honest, quiet face. I see the way the shadows are merging in the heat, making every fraction of our history feel sweet. Every pressure is a nectar, a soul deep and a clear start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. They say that independence is a primary thing, but I love the belonging that you like to bring. A permanent wavelength, a soft and steady tie. The only way I ever want to live or wanna die. This bare shoulder lean is the only law I know, watching how the natural quiet embers grow. A horizontal devotion, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I'll let the pulse travel until the muscles purely rest, held within the safety of your honest, quiet chest.
The clouds are heavy with the secrets of the grave, leaning on the shoulders of the separate, hollow day. I used to run for cover from the ordinary rain, inside the territory where the lonely hours remain. But you opened up a canopy of the yellow and the soft, lifting every weary, quiet spirit up aloft. We're leaning in the center where the dry and heat reside, watching how the liquid world is spinning just outside. Underneath these shared umbrella rims we find a home. No more wandering the silver streets alone. A manual enclosure, a rimming and a soft drum, watching how the liquid parts of our spirit become. The radius is small, but the sanctuary is deep, inside a promise that I'm finally happy to keep. I'm anchored in the shoulder to shoulder kind of grace, finding my entire world inside this tiny space. are a silver tinted song, matching the vibration of where I purely belong. Every vibration is a nectar of effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that stormy weather is a dangerous thing, but I love the intimacy that the water likes to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady mend, the only destination that I no longer defend. Underneath these shared umbrella ribs we find a home. No more wandering the silver streets alone. A manual enclosure, a ribbon and a soft thrum, watching how the liquid parts of our spirit become. I'll let the rain drum until the fabric starts to wear, safe within the circle of the quiet that we share.
A texture of the abrasive and the cold, searching for a surface where the perfect stories are told. But here in the corner there's a effortless and soft heat, making every fraction of our history feel sweet. Is getting humid with the silver and the white, washing out the static of the ordinary night. It's a domestic sanctuary, a soul deep and a clear start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. Wrapped within the softness of this laundry steam fog, leaving all the versions of the separate urban log. A thermal immersion, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consults. It's not a heavy blindness or a sudden iron flare, but the gentle condensation in the electricity we share. I'm saturated with the energy of your private grace, finding my direction in your steady, quiet face. See the way the linen is a silver tinted song, matching the vibration of where I purely belong. Every droplet is a nectar, effortless design, telling me the universe is finally purely mine. They say that transparency is a primary thing, but I love the intellectual like to bring? A permanent frequency, a soft and steady glow, the only destination that I ever want to know. Wrapped within the softness of this laundry steam fog, leaving all the versions of the suburban log, a thermal immersion, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consults. I'll stay within the moisture until the fabric starts to dry underneath the ceiling of the vast and indigo sky. The ink is getting blurry on the center of the page, like a quiet relic from a separate hollow age. I used to collect the moments in a solitary box, bolted with the heavy and the artificial locks. But you turned the memory into a vivid and a soft glow, changing every story that the lonely shadows know. It's not a piece of paper or a heavy silver line, but the quiet resonance of what is finally mine. Every faded ticket stub is a map to where we've been, watching where the real part of our history can begin. A tactile celebration, a soul deep and a soft start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. It's not about the theater or the heavy social stage, but the secret writing on our own private page. I'm saturated with the energy of your private grace, finding my direction in your steady, quiet face. I see the way the dust is dancing in the copper light, turning every shadow into something vivid and so right. Every fiber is a treasure, a effortless design, telling me the universe is finally purely mine. They say that nostalgia is a fleeting human thing, but I love the consistency that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady fire, the only destination of my honest, quiet desire. Every faded ticket stub is a map to where we've been, watching where the real part of our history can begin. A tactile celebration, a soul deep and a soft start that opens up the windows of my heart. I'll keep the paper tucked within the center of the frame, where I no longer need to remember any other name. bones of the rigid and the iron straight. I was just a prisoner of a separate hollow fate, keeping every boundary in a clinical and dry line, inside the territory where the minutes were only mine. But the fabric is shifting with effortless and soft weight, turning every logic into something we can celebrate. We're woven in the fibers of so deep and a clear start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. Oh, it's a tangled linen sleep, the texture and the heat, turning every fraction of our history so sweet. A textile devotion, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I'm anchored in the logic of your private steady grace, finding my identity in your honest quiet face. No more separate orbits or the hollow urban glare, when I'm breathing in the center of the magic that we share. I see the way the shadows are merging in the weave, leaving all the versions that I no longer believe. Every wrinkle is a treasure, effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that independence is a primary thing, but I love the entanglement that you like to bring, a permanent frequency, a soft and steady tide. The only way I ever wanna live or wanna die. Oh, it's a tangled linen sleep, the texture and the heat, turning every fraction of our history so sweet. A textile devotion, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I'll let the cotton hold us until the world begins to fade, inside the only sanctuary that we purely made. The city is a theater of the restless and the loud. I was just a silhouette lost inside the crowd, listening to the static of the separate urban rain, inside the territory of the separate and the plain. But your laughter is a frequency, a effortless and soft tone, traveling through the marrow and the fiber and the bone. It's not a violent explosion or a heavy silver shout, but the quiet resonance of what we're purely about. Traveling through the center of the subway tunnel echo, watching how the natural quiet emotions grow. A moderate alignment, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consults. I'm saturated with the energy of your private grace, finding my direction in your steady quiet face. No more separate channels or the hollow urban flare when I'm breathing in the center of the music that we share. I see the way the lights are silver tinted song, matching the vibration of where I purely belong. Every vibration is a nectar, a effortless design, telling me the universe is finally purely mine. They say that speed is a primary thing, but I love the stability that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady mend, the only destination that I no longer defend. Traveling through the center of this subway tunnel echo, watching how the natural quiet emotions grow. A moderate alignment, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consults. I'll wait for the light at the end of the indigo and blue, while I stay right here in the center of the truth.
I used to move through the world in a clinical line, keeping every pulse and every feeling in a design. A cautious observation from a distance so wide, with a heavy iron anchor on the emotional tide. But you sparked a frequency, a effortless and soft heat, turning every fraction of my history so sweet. It's not a violent ignition or a dangerous flare, but the sudden golden oxygen in the private air. Oh, it's an untamed fever rush, the silver and the deep, inside a promise that I'm finally happy to keep. A thermal acceleration, a rhythmic and a soft thrum, watching how the liquid parts of my spirit become. I'm No more shivering in the shadow of the separate urban glare. When I'm breathing in the center of the magic that we share. I see the way the dust is dancing in the amber glow, watching how the natural quiet embers grow. Every vibration is a nectar, a soul deep in a clear star that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. They say that composure is a primary thing, but I love the intensity that you like to bring. A permanent wavelength, a soft and steady fire, the only destination of my honest, quiet desire. Oh, it's an untamed fever rush, the silver and the deep, inside a promise that I'm finally happy to keep. A thermal acceleration, a rhythmic and a soft thrum, watching how the liquid parts of my spirit become. I'll let the temperature stay until the wires burn, with the only kind of kindness that I ever had to I've been wearing armor made of obsidian and stone, walking through the city as I sat here all alone. I was a student of the friction and the heavy urban grid, inside the territory where the lonely statues sit. You said a syllable, effortless and soft word, the most beautiful vibration that I've ever purely heard. Now the mercury is rising, a soul deep in a clear start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. Oh, it's a crimson cheek heat, the fever and the glow, watching how the natural, quiet embers grow. A thermal transformation, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I'm redefined by the pressure of your honest private skin, watching where the actual private days begin. No more shivering in the shadow of the separate urban flare, when I'm breathing in the center of the magic that we share. I see the way the dust is dancing in the copper light, turning every shadow into something vivid and so right. Every flicker is a nectar, an effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. a primary thing, but I love the vulnerability that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady fire. The only destination of my honest, quiet desire. Oh, it's a crimson cheek heat, the fever and the glow. Watching how the natural quiet embers grow, a thermal transformation, a rhythmic and a soft hope. Finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I'll let the temperature stay until the silver melts away in the only shade of red that I ever want to stay. The world was a sequin of the rigid and the iron straight. I was just a prisoner of a separate hollow fate, writing every sentence in a clinical and dry line, inside the territory where the minutes were only mine. But you changed the surface with an effortless and soft hand, finding every secret that the others couldn't understand. It's not a permanent lecture or heavy silver stage, but the secret writing on our own private page, leaving a beautiful and a chalk dust mark, finding every answer in the center of the dark. A manual devotion, a soul deep and a soft start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. I'm anchored in the logic of your private, steady grace, finding my identity in your honest, quiet face. No more separate orbits or the hollow urban glare, when I'm breathing in the center of the magic that we share. I see the way the dust is dancing in the amber glow, watching how the natural quiet embers grow. Every vibration is a nectar, effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that permanence is a primary thing, but I love the vulnerability that you like to bring. A permanent wavelength, a soft and steady tide, the only way I ever want to live or want to die. Leaving a beautiful and a chalk dust mark, finding every answer in the center of the dark. opens up the windows of my heart. I'll let the white dust linger on the center of my sleeve, inside the only story that I ever will believe. I was a student of the single and the separate gray light, matching every rhythm of the ordinary side. But you brought a geometry effortless and soft edge, finding every secret of a private steady pledge. Suddenly the spectrum is a soul deep and a clear start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. It's not a violent explosion or a heavy iron glare, but the sudden golden rainbow in the private air, catching every color in this prism glass flash, washing out the texture of the urban iron ash. A visual celebration, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I'm redefined by the energy of your private steady grace, finding my identity in your honest quiet face. No more monochrome orbits or the separate urban fear, when I'm breathing in the center of the magic that is here. Matching the vibration of our private steady call. Every flicker is a nectar, a effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that simplicity is a primary thing, but I love the complexity that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady tide, the only way I ever wanna live or wanna die. Catching every color in this prism glass flash, washing out the texture of the urban iron ash. A visual celebration, a rhythmic and a soft hold, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I'll let the spectrum linger on the center of the floor, held within the safety of our steady wooden door.
city used to be a desert of the gray and the grit. Inside the territory where the lonely statues sit, I was avoiding the puddles and the heavy iron rain, keeping every feeling in a separate hollow vein. But you turned the storm into a effortless soft glow, watching how the natural quiet rivers flow. The asphalt is a mirror, a soul deep and a clear star that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart, reflecting our shadows in this wet pavement shine, telling me that everything is finally purely mine. A liquid illumination, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consoles. It's not a dark reflection or a heavy urban fear, but the beautiful clarity of being with you here. I'm saturated with the energy of your private grace, finding my direction in your steady, quiet face. I see the way the neon is a silver tinted line, matching the vibration of what is finally mine. Every droplet is a nectar, effortless design, telling me the universe is finally purely mine. They say that the weather is a primary, but I love the atmosphere that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady fire, the only destination of my honest, quiet desire, reflecting our shadows in this wet pavement shine, telling me that everything is finally purely mine. A liquid illumination, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consoles. I watch the light ripples until the water starts to dry underneath the ceiling of the vast and indigo sky.
I used to be a student of the polished and the cold, searching for a surface where the perfect stories are told. The cabinet was clinical, a separate iron line inside the territory where the minutes were only mine. But you held the porcelain with effortless and soft hand, finding every secret that the others couldn't understand. Even this tiny fracture is a soul deep and a clear start that opens up the windows of my heavy, quiet heart. Touching the memory on this ceramic rim chin, inside the territory where the separate hours slip, a manual devotion to making a soft home, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. It's not a flawed rejection or a heavy urban fear, but the beautiful evidence of being with you here. I am anchored in the logic of your private steady grace, finding my direction in your honest quiet face. I see the way the steam is rising in the copper light, turning every shadow into something vivid and so right. Every vibration is a nectar, an effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that perfection is a primary thing, but I love the authenticity that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady mend, the only destination that I no longer defend. Touching the memory on this ceramic rim chin, inside the territory where the separate hours slip, a manual devotion to making a soft home, finding in our silence all the silver and the gold. I'll let the tea grow cold while I follow where you lead, with the texture of this moment as everything I need. Daylight is a witness that is clinical and far, measuring the distance of every separate star. I used to fear the blurring of the urban iron line, inside the territory where the minutes were only but the shadows are a velvet, effortless and soft deep, where the weary versions of my spirit go to sleep. It's not a loss of vision or a heavy silver blind, but the quiet sanctuary that I was meant to find, dissolving all our boundaries in this indigo evening haze, finding every answer in your steady quiet gaze, a purple immersion, a rhythmic and a soft drum, watching how the liquid parts of our spirit become. The outlines are fading, but the presence is so clear, washing out the static of the separate urban fear. I'm anchored in the logic of your honest private skin, watching where the actual private days begin. I see the way the streetlights are a silver tinted song, matching the vibration of where I purely belong. Every vibration is a nectar, a effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that clarity is a primary thing, but I love the transparency that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady blend, the only destination that I no longer defend, dissolving all our boundaries in this indigo evening haze, finding every answer in your steady quiet gaze, a purple immersion, a rhythmic and a soft drum, watching how the liquid parts of our spirit become. I'll let the color deepen until the stars begin to show, held within the radius of our private steady glow.
Is a blur of the neon and the gray, matching every rhythm of the separate hollow day. I was just a passenger, a shadow on the glass, watching all the empty and the hollow minutes pass. But the reflection is changing with an effortless and soft glow, watching how the natural quiet embers grow. I'm leaning on the shoulder of the honest and the true, finding every answer in the orbit of you, framing the universe in this passenger window view, I see the way the streetlights are a silver-tinted song, matching the vibration of where I purely belong. Every flicker is a treasure, effortless design, telling me the future is finally purely mine. They say that movement is a primary thing, but I love the stability that you like to bring. A permanent wavelength, a soft and steady tie, the only way I ever wanna live or want to die. Framing the universe in this passenger window view, discovering the versions of the beautiful and the new. A visual sanctuary, a soul deep and a soft start that opens up the windows of my heart. I'll let the scenery fade into the indigo and blue, while I keep my focus on the center of the truth.
The world is a sequence of the vertical and the tight, measuring the distance of the ordinary night. I used to count the numbers with a heavy iron hand, inside a territory that I didn't understand. But the gravity is shifting with an effortless and soft way, turning every logic into something we can celebrate. Between the hollow floors and the heavy silver door, I'm finding the vibration that I've been searching for. Leaning into the heat during this elevator floor shift, watching how the natural quiet emotions lift, and mechanical devotion, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consults. It's not a sudden plummet or a heavy iron fall, but the quiet resonance of our private steady call. I'm redefined by the pressure of your honest private skin, watching where the actual private days begin. I see the way the mirrors are a silver-tinted glow, watching how the natural, quiet embers grow. Every vibration is a nectar, a effortless design, telling me that everything is finally purely mine. They say that stability is a primary thing, but I love the weightlessness that you like to bring. A permanent frequency, a soft and steady mend, watching how the natural, quiet emotions lift. A mechanical devotion, a rhythmic and a soft pulse, ignoring every logic that the separate world consults. I'll wait for the best